Princess Serena, not Princess Serena, and today I have quite the pin mail for y'all. I have some fantasy grails that I've been wanting for the longest time, but not longer than this one official grail that a subscriber messaged me that they saw it available for sale at a really good price. So thank you so much. It was so exciting. It was literally between my back-to-back vacations. Like I had one day Grace at home when I came back from Alberta and I'm about to go to Disney, and she's like, "Do you need this?" I'm like, "Of course I do." The pin fun never seems to skip a beat around here, even if I'm not around here. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm gonna start with the only trade of the video. This trade was planned since January, mind you, and a subscriber reached out to me and was like, "I saw your ISO video, like, do you need this one still?" And I'm like, "Perry dressed as an orange?" I mean, no matter how random that is, yes. And then that trade eventually turned into a couple more pins. I also traded for this Epcot pin. I've never seen it before. It is the coolest thing ever. So it actually moves, like the person on the Segway. And you see in the background a building that represents each country in all the pavilions at World Showcase. And it says "Around the World at Epcot." And I just think this pin is so beautiful. And it's from... Oh, this makes so much sense. Okay, so it says, "Thank you for participating in the Segway experience." That's so cool. So you would just be given this pin for segwaying around Epcot, I'm assuming. And from 2004. Wow, no wonder I've never seen it. I love seeing some of the older pins because I look at pins quite often and seen hundreds, if not thousands, of different pins by now. But it's always so interesting because there's always more to discover. And then we also traded one more pin. I got this Ratatouille pin because I was so excited to go on the new Remy ride. So I was like, okay, I'll pick this. And it says Gusto's on the chef hat. It's so cute. And I believe, yeah, it is a loungefly. I was gonna say, I could kind of tell with the styling that it seems like a loungefly. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I feel like in the past it was, but I actually really like some of the new loungefly stuff. And yeah, so you could see right away from the back though, the crowns, like instead of the Mickey heads in the back, like official Disney pins. Well, this isn't an official Disney pin, but a Parks pin. They have the crowns, and I'm kind of digging the green background. I feel like I find it's different because all my Ratatouille pins are essentially the hide and squeak collection, and that has like a navy blue background. So I'm kind of thrown off that it's a different color. Okay, so this wasn't even a grail I was talking about in the beginning. This is a different one. Like my pin mail has been thriving. Look, it's a Toy Story 3 poster pin, which the same person I traded with the last 3 pins told me about this sale post because I don't usually browse the American groups as often as I used to. Very dangerous because the pins I'm really after right now are usually pretty high in price, but this was a pretty good price, and I also got a deal too. It's just all the characters, including Lotso, my fave, and I actually have a few more from this series or set. I'm not sure what you'd consider it, but it was a surprise release at DSSH in 2016, and it had all of the Academy Award winning animated films up to that point. And I have all the Pixar ones except for The Incredibles. I'm not actively looking for that one though, but this one was like mandatory. And this one says Best Animated Feature 2010 on the ribbon, so they all have the year they won, which is so cool. And all of them are limited edition 400, but this one is limited edition 200. So I was like shocked to see it. I'm literally Mrs. Potato Head here. I'm like, yes, I love this pin. Please take my money now. There are so many characters in Toy Story, and you kind of get to know them all, which is nice. Like, you're not like, oh yeah, that's just like a random pig, that's a random like dinosaur. Like, you get to know their personalities. So it's like nice that you get to see them all kind of in a group hug somewhat together, holding the Toy Story 3 sign. I love the design of this poster, and I love poster pins, just the detail they get in them as well. And this is a pretty sizable pin. So this is one of my Disney Channel ISOs. It isn't like an LE or anything, but it's like you still never see it anywhere. It's Perry again. First he's in an orange, then he's on a jetpack. I feel like that could literally be a theme song. Like, it's Perry, he's in an orange, and then he's in a jetpack. Do-do-do-do. He's fighting crime and delicious too. I don't know. Like, this is a more believable version of Hannah Montana. Like, Hannah Montana, I'm sorry, Miley and Hannah look the same. It's just a wig. Their whole expression, like, changed when he was different personas. So, the fedora, it really sold it. Like, I don't blame Dr. Doofenshmirtz for, like, not seeing the difference. So, the grail I was talking about at the beginning of this video is Remy. It was the last one I needed for the hide and squeak collection. Thank you so much, Taylor, 1,000 times for messaging me that it's available. I love my little board, which I'll insert here, that I included him on. I'm so happy. And it was so funny because, like I said, I got him right between my two vacations. And then I had him tracked, of course, like, but I wasn't really looking because it was at Disney. But then when I got back home, the first morning I woke up, it arrived in my mailbox. Like, I checked the tracking, it actually came that morning. So, like, he waited for me, and he waited for Remy on my shoulder to come back home and greet him. So it was pretty fitting. And yeah, it was just full circle from, like, wanting to go on the Remy ride. And this is one of my favorites of the set in general as well, just him with the bread. Because it probably is my favorite ingredient in Ratatouille. I love bread.
I love Frankie.
So the pin trading fun didn't stop when I got home from Disney, and even getting Remy, like, how could it get even better? I had nothing else coming on its way. But I posted in the Canadian pin trading group that I was ISO 2022 pins because, like, there was none at Disney World. You need your classic dated year pin from when you went. But California had a bunch, so you know they exist. And there's a really cute mystery set out there, which I totally would have bought my first ever mystery box at Disney if they had this set. But yeah, someone reached out, and I was already giving her lithographs that I picked up from the Canadian pin trading event right before my trip. So she was already meeting up with me, and we traded, and yeah, we got Mike and Sully here in front of the castle. It says 2022. And the only way to make this pin better would have been if you, like, blocked Mike's face with the 0 somehow. Because, I mean, they're both in the shape of a circle. Like, it would work. Literally, that would have been hilarious. Moving on to fantasy pins here. So I pre-ordered this pin from Gaggle of Pins. Obsessed with their stuff. I love their designs. In November 2021. And I wasn't even, like, getting it right away. Like, it was up for pre-sale in October. I just, like, was binging Tangled the series at that point, so I didn't even know I was gonna go full ham on the pins. But a full board later over here, I have Miss Rapunzel. And my favorite kind of Rapunzel from the show is when she was doing the hurt incantation, and on the back it says a part of it. It says, "Wither and decay, end this destiny." LE50 Gaggle of Pins. And I love when there's quotes in the back. Once Upon a Pin Code does that with her Once Upon a Time profile and fandom sets, so it was cool to see it continued in a different series I collect. Just look, like, at the gorgeous vibrant flowers on her black hair here, and how long her hair is, and how big the pin is too. Like, it's fitting because her hair is so long and this pin is so long. It is 4 inches. It is my first 4-inch pin in height, but it doesn't overwhelm the board, and I don't need it to be like a centerpiece because it's not wide. There's also a variant of this that's LE100 of her with her blonde hair. So keeping in the same theme here, I cannot believe I'm holding the next 2 pins in my hands because I'm collecting this one retroactively. It is so hard to find, and when you do find it, it's like $200 US. Like, no thank you. But I got her because I got both the pins, like the one that matches this. I got a deal on them. I saw these pins up for sale for the first time right after my ISO video. Like, that ISO video from January did me wonders on multiple occasions. That was just like the luck. That was kind of just like the vibe going out there. Like, okay, Serena needs these pins. We got you. We're gonna get them to you. And I was not in pin jail, but, like, I was getting a lot of pins at that time, and I'm like, okay, I can't get these right now, but, like, I also don't want to pay the price at all. So, like, I basically got it for half price because I got the 2 pins, and I waited a few months and no one got them. So this design, I love the other pin I showed you, please, but I prefer this one actually, not because it was so hard to get, although it makes it more satisfying as well, but just like how it's face on and then it's pin on pin as well, especially with how chilling this pin is. And then the hair is a character of its own. It kind of like is going out there, and she's wearing her season 2 outfit, which I really appreciate that detail because that's when you first see the hurt incantation. So it says, wither and decay, end this destiny, break these earthling chains, and set the spirit free. Like, that is so dark. Like, I know Disney can go there, but like, they went there. It's literally saying like break these earthly chains, and like as everyone is just losing oxygen. And then you also have like a lunar eclipse symbol here because of the moon and the sun, which is very prevalent in the show, which I will not go on at all. And I mean, the next pin kind of is a huge spoiler, so if you want to watch Tangled the series, skip to this timestamp. Yeah, I'm obsessed. So Rapunzel's the sun, although she doesn't look like it in that pin. And then Cassandra is the moon. The reason I actually wore this Disney shirt today was because of this pin, because it's sort of the same blue in a way, really similar. Her iconic blue hair in season 3, end of season 2. Oh my gosh, what a twist. And it wasn't just like random, like you really felt earned and it made sense. And then it wasn't just like the twist and then the show ended, like you had a whole season to explore it. And you have the black rocks in the background spiking out. It's so cool because her hair was like short. You can't do the same effect as the Rapunzel pin because obviously hers is longer, but it's cool that they use the black rocks to kind of do a similar thing to like go off the pin. And then in the back you have the same symbol as the Rapunzel one, and it says LE50. Yeah, I'm so happy. Cassandra's my girl, and I actually have a profile I pre-ordered a few months ago that I just got an update today on like how it's doing. Okay, so this next fantasy pin is the complete opposite of the last couple because I never seen it before and I just followed a creator because they make Tangled the series pins as well, but none of the ones I just showed you. But they also make park pins, and they have this whole like series, and it's cool. They have like different Epcot pavilions and like different rides, and they're all in like an oval style, and they were having a sale, and this was like basically a steal. Like I think it was $15 or something like that US. But this is the Skyliner, and it is beautiful. You have the 2 parks that it goes to, Epcot and Hollywood Studios, with the Tower of Terror and Spaceship Earth, and then you have different colored Skyliners going down. I love the colors, how it's kind of like a sunset. And this is a humongous pin as well. I didn't realize how big it was when I bought it too for this price. And then on the back, it says September 29, 2019. I knew they opened in 2019, but now I'll forever know the exact date, which is really cool. And then it says limited edition of 100, project 1982, because that's their series. The Dapper pins, the creator, LE100. So it was interesting because you get to know literally everything about the Skyliner and this pin all in the back. Here's an overview of my pin mail, a lot of which were sent by the pin gods, to be honest. I've been waiting so long for some of these. So that's it for my pin mail. I hope you enjoyed. And if you haven't already, please subscribe for more pin related content from me every Tuesday. And I'd love to know in the comments below what your favorite pin I got was today. You don't have to ask me twice. For me, it's Miss Cassandra with Remy and the both Rapunzels close behind. But I am obsessed with every single pin I got here because I've been very picky with like my purchases and my trades in 2022, yet I'm getting quite a bit of pin mail because I've struck gold with like my luck with finding DISOs and then like pins that just fit my main collections that are really hard to find, like Disney Channel, which I got quite a bit in this video as well with Perry. There's a lot of Perry pins. I'm obsessed. I will be like Agent P and I will make it my mission to find them all. And as always, take care of yourselves and have a magical day. Bye.